I'm here with Mark Nelson from Rio Grande, and look at these gorgeous pieces that Mark has here. But here's the secret, is that this is the finished project, but something was done to it to give it this special look. What did we do to these?
Well, actually, yeah, we started with bronze clay or copper clay, and we fired it in a kiln to turn it into the metal.
Okay.
And what we did is we painted on another layer of metal that has a silver color.
Wow.
So the bronze and the copper have accented silver parts.
So you have almost like a two-tone look.
Exactly.
Yeah, you could even do a tricolor in some cases.
Yeah.
All right, show us how you can do this.
Okay. Well, you're going to start with a piece of bronze or copper clay that's been fired, and you're going to have a pattern on there from stamping and stuff like that. What you need to do in order to apply the silver accent is to actually clean off the top.
Okay.
Wherever you want that layer to adhere to, you need to clean it. You need to have a little tooth, or else it won't actually stick to the piece.
Okay. So you're getting it almost a little gritty, sort of?
A little gritty,
Yeah.
but mostly
smooth but gritty.
you're cleaning off the oxides.
Okay.
You need bare metal. And you're going to have a piece of plexiglass here, and what you want to do is get a little double stick tape to hold it. So and try not to get your fingers on there, because the finger oil will actually keep it from adhering to.
Oh.
Okay.
So
but this makes it easy
to
manipulate.
Perfect.
And then what we're going to do, get some distilled water, and you're going to lay some down on the plexiglass and make like a painter's palette.
Okay.
And what you do is you dip this in here,
And
in the
what is
powder.
that?
This is a powdered metal again.
Okay.
Okay. And you just mix it with water to make a paste. And you want it kind of creamy.
Okay. That's exactly what I was going to ask for consistency. You're reading my mind now.
Now you need to do this in 2 layers.
Okay.
The first layer you're going to kind of drop on there and cover the places that you want to cover.
I could definitely see why the double-sided tape comes in handy now.
Yeah, that way the whole plate
stays in place because it's such an intricate.
Yeah, and if you need to move
thing.
it, you can take the acrylic.
Yeah, and just move the whole thing.
Because touching the piece, well, again, will leave oil from your hands on there.
You don't want that.
And as you're painting it, you'll see that it'll kind of want to separate and expose the metal underneath. And that means that you're not getting a good coverage.
Okay.
Okay? So if you can see the bronze or the copper underneath, you're definitely going to have to build up another coat. Because after this is fired, the silver color will actually bleed a little bit into the base metal, and you won't be able to see it.
So eventually this is going to have to be put in the kiln.
Exactly.
To get it set. Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple of coats. First coat, and then you're going to let it dry. Okay.
And how long do you have to let it dry?
However long it takes.
Okay.
If you put it on a coffee warmer, it'll dry even faster.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
And once it's dry, you kind of want to see if there's any exposed areas. Okay. And if there is, you just go ahead in here and do a little touch up. Okay.
Yeah.
And let it dry again.
And let that dry again.
Okay.
Okay.
And once it's dry, you do need to fire it in carbon, activated carbon, and it has to be coconut, coconut based.
Oh.
And you're going to put down about 1 inch in the pan. Just drop it down in there, and then cover it with about another inch.
Okay. So it's got to be protected.
It's got to be in an oxygen-free environment. Okay. And then your kiln's going to be hot. It's going to be at 1250 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. And then you'll slip it in there.
Oh yeah, I can feel the heat.
Yeah. And let it sit for 12 minutes, 10 to 12 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. When it comes out, you can just take it right out and let it cool quickly. And when it comes out, it's going to look like this. Kinda
okay.
Nothing special.
It's different.
It gets getting there.
But it's going to get better.
It's one step at a time. And one of the first things you want to do is you want to take a steel brush. It has to have steel bristles.
Right.
And then you're going to quickly kind of scrub it, start to burnish it. And you'll see some of the difference kind of come into play. If you want to do detail work, you can take an in brush. Here again, these are steel brushes, and detail it out.
Oh, yeah.
And these can be out when you're done with this. This is going to clean the surface, kind of even it out. And when you're done, you can polish it. You can tumble it in a tumbler if you want, and that's how some of
So you
those
can
were
kind
done.
of give it some of the texture if you want to,
Sure.
or the finish, I should say.
You can patina them to bring out even better contrast.
And how would you do that?
You would
Put it in
use
something?
liver sulfur would be one. Any of the bronze or copper oxidizers will react with the bronze or copper and not the silver layer. So you can develop a contrast that way.
Okay,
So,
perfect. So you go through and just brush everything off so you have a nice clean surface, and then put whatever finish on it you want to put on, whether it's a patina or it's a high polish.
right.
And let's take a look again at some of the finished ones that you brought. I love that you have different shapes and sizes, and these can really be just about anything. You could make them into earrings, you can make them into pendants.
Oh yeah, it's whatever you want to do.
The most important element is the fact that you have to start off with your bronze or your copper
Yes.
clay, and
Right.
then you can add that silver element on top of
And
it.
create that two-tone effect. Yeah.
Yes, that's what makes it fun, is the two-tone.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much, Mark.
You're welcome.
Another great project
No,
for
thank
us.
you.
We will be right back in just a minute.